afternoon. It's day 5 of our mini-series on Overwhelm, and I sincerely hope you have been out enjoying the sunshine. I managed half an hour yesterday, swing ball with my son, which I felt, and then dog walk, which we always do every day anyway, and then came back and then got the bicycle out and we went for a cycle ride. So I've done my sunshiny bit. That went into the evening actually, but that was brilliant. Nice downtime for me, and highly recommended so that you don't go into overwhelm, of course. If you can get out there in nature and breathe in the good air. I'm fortunate I live in the countryside in the southeast of England, so it's beautiful. Today, overwhelm. Now, I think over the last week or two I have been covering some of the symptoms that you get when you go into overwhelm. Now, I don't think I've covered what happens when you go into a panic attack, a proper panic attack. So I think I've counted a few of them, but you might get a tingling feeling. You might even get muscle spasms, shortness of breath. You might get a fast heartbeat. You might even get, and this is quite scary, I think, you'll get chest pain, and the chest pain isn't signifying that you're going to have a stroke or a heart attack. This honestly happens when you have a panic attack as well, and you'll get the sweats and everything, but all of these symptoms are extreme to what you would normally feel. So it's even more important to try and bring your breath down, calm yourself down. If listening to music does that, then listen to some music. Going out for a walk, do that. Something that's calming and not going to get your heart rate beating even faster. So not cardiovascular walking, not going out for a really fast power walk, but calm stroll. I listen to music, that helps me, but I do the meditation. That's my thing. Now, yesterday at the very beginning of the video, we did we didn't do 2 minutes actually. We did a very brief meditation before we went into the visualization, and the meditation was when we did the fingers, to get the thumb and finger together, and then we just breathed in and out with the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Now, if you want to go and listen to that again, you just need to listen to that first bit, and then you can do that for 2 minutes, just the breathing side of it, and that brings you out of overwhelm, out of panic. You need to try and ground yourself, but we covered that as well with your feet on the ground. If you can do barefoot, it's even better. Walking out in grass in barefoot is just adorable, really is. So that's the meditation side of it, so calming breath. Now, today, what we're covering is often when you go into overwhelm, you have got a to-do list that is so extreme you just don't know what to do. It's too, you get paralysed by the fact that there's so much on it. So here's the thing. You write down your list, and it might be reams and reams and reams and reams of paper, and you write it down. And then when you've got your writing set down, you then put it into prioritising. So you write down another separate list, and this will be anything from that's got to be done by the end of the week or going into next week. Then you have another one that is for the rest of the month going into the following month, and then another one that is sort of 1 to 3 months hence. And then you'll be left with the stuff that has to be done today. At all costs, this has got to be done today. Otherwise, it needs to be in another list. Disregard the other lists for today. You're going to concentrate on the today to-do list. And on this list, you will then go down and prioritise again. You need to know what needs to be done absolutely 100% today. What could it be? You've got to phone the bank. You must phone the water board. You must unblock the toilet. Anything like that, you need to put on your list today. Otherwise, you might feel this panic rising. You might get the sweats and the tingling. Oh, and I tell you what else I used to get. I used to get these tickings in my eyes, this sort of twitching feeling going on in my eye. It was, just spasms. That's what I was talking about, muscle spasms, but I had them in the eyes. You don't need that. So your list, you then go on your list and you look at them and you say, right, what is the one thing one thing that must be achieved by the end of today. And here's the thing, you must not say, when you look at your long list, I will never get this done. Because if you say that, guess what? You will never get this done. Thoughts become things. So you don't want to be doing any of this overthinking it. You just want to go with the flow of it, keep in your alignment and just get this done. Now, the great thing about this is you then take that one thing, you start it, you achieve it, you come back to your list, you do a nice long cross through or a big tick if that's what you want to do, and you look at it and you go, oh my God, I've done it, I've done that. Now, if you've got time, you go and have a break. Now, here's a great thing. You get sidetracked very easily. Everybody does, it's not just you. So you might be downstairs thinking, oh, I'm going to have a cup of tea, and you might be downstairs and put the kettle, you're just about to put the kettle on and you think, oh, darn it, I forgot. I need to descale the kettle. Well, here's the thing. You may not have descaled it all week or the previous week because you kept forgetting. You're standing there now. Quickly, under the sink, get the descaler out, open the sachet, pop it in the kettle, put the water in, walk away from it, go back up to your list, add to your today to-do list, kettle descaling. And guess what? You can now cross it out or tick it and it's done. And how does that make you feel? Brilliant. Now you can choose your next item. At the end of the day, when you look back at your today to-do list, it will look a lot clearer and you will feel achievement from that list. And here's another thing. You need to say every day, I am starting now and I may not finish today, and that's okay. Because who knows what tomorrow's going to bring, but you've achieved that today, and that's fantastic. And this way you should keep all those symptoms that I've been banging on about over the last few days and last week, should keep them down, quelled, at bay, and you really shouldn't feel them. They should just completely die away from you. And then you won't need those feelings. They're not going to add anything nasty to you. So that's today. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about how you can be in alignment with all of this. And when it's so extreme that you get this panic attack that you think you're going to have a heart attack, then I'm going to give you the ultimate natural way, of course, natural, holistic way to quell that completely so that you've got a go-to safety mechanism. So it's another tool, but this is something you would need to purchase, but not through me. You have to find it online, and it's the only tool that you need to buy. And you don't have to. If you listen to the meditations that I've gone through and the visualization, you'll be safe anyway. But I just want you to have that in your toolbox. Just write it down on your list. Fabulous. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Okay, bye everyone.